Every day across the globe, women human rights defenders fight for their human rights and demand for just and equitable futures for their families, communities, and themselves. It is never easy, and many face multiple forms of adversity in dangerous and isolating conditions. While some significant gains have been made in achieving gender equality and ensuring that violations against women and girls are challenged and eliminated, sadly, we still have a long way to go in many countries for women and girls to live lives free from discrimination and violence. In 1997, a group of feminists in Colorado, USA recognized the danger and risk faced by women's activists and set up the Urgent Action Fund for Women's Human Rights, or UAF. The urgent support provided to the activists innovated a groundbreaking model of rapid response grant-making. The model supports the resiliency of WHRDs globally during moments of threat or unanticipated advocacy opportunities. UAF partners with women's movements worldwide to support women and non-binary human rights defenders working hard to create cultures of justice, equality, and peace. The first regional fund was launched in Africa, catalyzing important ideas and debates on the continent, as well as for its work supporting women's defenders of human rights. The second was established in Latin America, and it became the first women's fund in the region to provide protection and support to WHRDs and their organizations. Each Urgent Action Fund is independent and deeply integrated within local networks in its region, and each implements a common model of rapid response grant-making alongside other support services to WHRDs in her region. Women and non-binary human rights defenders in Asia and Pacific regions now have their own Urgent Action Fund for Women's Human Rights with offices in Philippines and Australia. This is the first Asia and Pacific-based rapid response mechanism for WHRDs. UAF setup is critical for the two regions, especially when space for civil society continues to shrink politically and financially, given the growing authoritarian regimes in the regions and the global pushback on human rights. Wide consultations with 163 women's groups in Asia and Pacific revealed that many WHRDs continue to raise their voices despite discrimination and retaliation. With the persistent rise of fundamentalisms in the regions, women who speak out, organize, and take leadership positions pay a high price, sometimes even losing their lives. For Urgent Action Fund Asia and Pacific, we want to resource the resilience of women and non-binary human rights defenders by supporting and sustaining webs of security and care. This will be accomplished through multifaceted strategies focused on a transformative agenda that achieves social justice, builds a solidarity economy, and reimagines cultures, including the culture of giving in Asia and the Pacific. Become a part of our vision. Help us resource resilience in Asia and the Pacific and support the work of courageous women and transgender rights defenders of the region.